is the better car because it does, my man was so busy looking at me. I know I'm handsome and all. Hey guys, finding a car in today's marketplace is tough, but finding one that looks great, drives great, has 300 horsepower, and is paired to one of the most durable transmissions known to mankind, it's no wonder this car behind me just keeps going up and up in value. But it's my surprise it hasn't reached the E46 M3s or the S2000 levels yet, but simply because I don't think it aged enough yet. But sure enough, I can only imagine this car tripling and quadrupling in price. So if you guys are interested in buying a car like this, make sure you get it as soon as you possibly can. Now, what I personally like about the 350Z, it's the timeless design, right? You got that nice teardrop shape, long nose, wide stance. This is really the essence of a true sports car. Really, the question of the day is, what do you guys like about the 350Z, right? Out of all the videos, all the other social media channels you could be watching right now, there's a reason you're watching this one. It's because you love this car. I just want to know, why do you guys like this car? Just comment down below. Is it the performance? Is it the aesthetics? Is it, for those of you guys that own it, what kind of reactions do you guys get with this car? Again, comment that down below. All right, ladies and germs, we're officially behind the wheel of the Nissan 350Z, and man, what a treat. What I want to talk about is weight distribution. 53-47. Again, 53% in front, 47 out in the back. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because most of you guys will probably scratch your heads and think, hey man, that's not 50-50 weight distribution. That makes the Miata a better car. And not necessarily so, because under acceleration, this car is the better car because it does, my man was so busy looking at me. I know I'm handsome and all, but this guy forgot his light was green. What I want to talk about is weight distribution. 53-47, right? 53% in front, 47 in the back. Now, for those of you guys that argue, oh, Miata's a better car because it has perfect weight distribution. Well, not exactly so, because under acceleration, this car does have that 50-50 weight distribution, especially when it squats and it starts to take off, that perfect weight distribution, which is really, I'd argue, the time you want that 50-50 distribution, right? When you're going around that corner and you're hugging it, such as I'm doing now, you want those to be perfectly balanced. And talking about handling, this car has such a wide stance and a long wheelbase with that low roofline. It really makes it feel like a go-kart, right? It gives it that go-kart vibe and that go-kart feel. But also it has enough power for you to get sideways. And really, now that I'm thinking of it now, the 350Z is the ultimate car in terms of versatility and dynamic range, because yeah, you can take it to work. It's comfortable enough. I mean, obviously you have enough storage space, which we'll get into in just a little bit. You can get sideways and take it to the track, or you can take it to the canyons. But beyond that, man, you can go to work and take a date out and still be comfortable in this car, which, I don't know. Maybe for those of you guys that own it, what do you use this car for? I know a friend of mine, he has like 6 of them, and he just rents them out at the track. But what do you guys use them for? Talking about the way the car feels, I mean, as far as a daily drivable car, yeah, for sure. I mean, stock status is definitely the way to go, especially if it was me. I mean, the seats are comfortable enough, but they also hug me just enough around those corners where I don't need to, I wouldn't necessarily need to change them out. Visibility is great, it doesn't feel like I'm in a fish tank because of the B and C pillar there. But really, for a daily driven car, man, I can manage. Steering feels really great. The customer hasn't done anything to this. In fact, the customer is a dealership. He brought it to me to get wrapped, which, again, if you guys want to get your car wrapped, GSG wraps or slick wraps, by the time you see this video, is the place to find me at. Let's take a walk around. All right, now what I want to talk about is really the space and why it's so versatile. Of course, you got the space here, right here. You got a little, I don't know, I guess for envelopes here. Let's push this seat up to the very front. Now, where you really get a lot of space and where you can maximize the space at is really back here, right? Look at this. Boom, you can put a Bible in there, whatever you guys are into. I don't judge. And you got one of these big guys right off to the back of the passenger side. It fits quite a bit of things in there as well. And then you got this guy up here for another Bible. Then you got the center glove box. Bam, 2 cup holders, some stuff with some change. More change, or this guy looks like he used it for an ashtray. And then you got this guy right up here, along with a cup holder here that just flew out. Let's see if we can get it back in there. Bam. And then there's also the glove box itself. So again, like I said, quite a lot of space back here. And then here is the back of the hatch. Again, quite a lot of space. Everyone gets that brace that goes over it. Again, it eliminates a lot of the space, but it does really help out with handling. So it's best to leave it there. Slam this on down. All right, everyone. Now, as we pop the hood, we have the VQ engine pushing 300 horses. I do know these to be relatively reliable. I know quite a bit of them that blow head gaskets, but I also know a few places that swap them out for between $1,500 to $2,000. That's parts, labor, and warranty included, which is super killer deal. Because you can get these at a lot of JDM spots that obviously sell imported engines. But really, that's not the reason I popped the trunk. The reason I popped the trunk is for that CD009 transmission. I'm telling you guys, this thing is damn near bulletproof. And this freaking transmission, bro. Dudes, gals, germs, women, whoever's watching this, that's really where I find the power to be at. You know, people talk about engines and stuff, but nobody ever talks about transmission. And I'm here to tell you guys, it's a beast. People are slapping them into cars like they're slapping LSs because it pairs up to the LS, it pairs up to the 2JZ. I think it pairs up to the S54 BMW engine. I'm not quite sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. All right, guys, I wanted to mention that this is my client's car. He does own a dealership, and he's a repeat client of mine. He brought it over in rough shape, man, and we got it all wrapped up for him. As you can tell, this is the satin white. Of course, that's not an OEM color, guys. This is my magic. Now, with that said, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are looking for wraps, go ahead and reach out to me at GSG Wraps. Probably slick wrap by the time you guys get back to me.